Welcome back to the Unanimous Decision Podcast. I am your host, DPalm. Follow me on Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook at DPalm66. Follow the show on YouTube at UDPod66. That's right. We're dragging this podcast in a 2015 one episode at a time. Last week, Georgia was on a bye, so guess what? So was I. We're brought to you, as always, by DanielPalmerMortgages.com. If you can pay your rent, you can pay a mortgage. It's my job to help you qualify. Make sure you check out my other podcasting venture, life, love, and real estate. We talk about all three and how to make them work for you, but that's not why you're here. You're here because it's Friday. It's the end of the week, and we got the homie Felder. What's up, Felder Friday? What's good, baby?
Bro, inside fish scale, outside tartar sauce. Let's go. Okay?
Sounds great. Sounds great. You like it. I love it, baby. That's good to hear. We got the free space. I know you've always got something on your chest. Get it off, brother.
I got a couple things I can't mention right now, but your boy is working a little bit more.
Yep.
I'm tired, sore, body hurts. My dad's birthday is today, by the way.
Shout out, Mr. Felder, sir. Happy birthday.
One of the meanest people I've ever met in my life.
And he means that as a compliment, too.
Yeah, I mean, it is a compliment.
You people listening may not like, well, why do you say his father? That's a compliment.
No. My dad is mean, and he would get you in line, but he got that from his dad.
Right.
I've ever told you about this. My grandpa used to make us do calisthenics in the morning.
Tell me again.
My grandpa, military guy. My dad's a military guy as well. My grandpa used to make us do calisthenics in the morning.
Yeah.
Jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups.
But this is like when you're like 15, 16, right?
No, hell no. I'm talking about when we're like 7, 8, 9. Are you kidding me? Shout out, by the way. I started saying 6, 7, and people were like, what does that even mean? And I was like, you're old. You're old.
I'm old. That's fine. I was about to say something nice about you, but let's get back to this. Why
say the nice thing about me.
Explain 6, 7. You've taken me off entirely.
6, 7 because you ate.
You can keep talking.
You don't know about this?
This is ridiculous. Keep talking.
You don't know. Or anyone. Email.
I am 40 years old with a 2-year-old. There's no one I would interact with who would be saying these things to me ever.
I see it. I interact with these people.
I know you do.
I have a 7-year-old.
Eventually, I'm going to be dropping slang you've never even heard of. But until that point.
No, I'll hear about it.
Little kids. Come on now.
If my kid keeps swimming, I'm going to have to listen to all these kids keep talking.
That's very true.
I'm going to listen to the kids keep talking. Like, don't worry about that. Oh, man, I'm too hot. I got to get this one off.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to have – we had 85% humidity today. You don't know 6, 7. You know Riz, though, right?
Riz is short for charisma. I'm up on Riz game.
You're on Riz.
Okay.
6, 7. You know about, like, Beyonce, when she went out and did a dance, she ate.
Okay.
6, 7.
It's ridiculous.
She ate.
It's ridiculous.
I'm just telling you.
Like, I'm glad that I've lived long enough to where, like, I hear slang and I'm like, he's charity jobs. And, like, so, like, I know that's what people were saying about us. We were saying wild shit in the early 2000s. Like, okay, it all comes around. It all comes around. Now I'm old, and that's cool.
I'm not old. I'm cool as hell.
Okay.
I'm not old.
I didn't say you were. I didn't bring up no ages.
You're old. My wife's old. You're
old.
My wife's old. Me? You kidding me?
Wild childish.
Yeah, bro. Listen, you guys, both of you guys might be Skibbity, Ohio.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, see what happened just there?
That was disappointment. I don't know what you thought that was. That was disappointment.
That wasn't disappointment. That was you being like, damn, he is freaking
He's
cool
truly
stuff.
on this shit. He's truly 6, 7.
Yeah. Bro, I ate. Your boy ate. Yeah, dog. Like your boy, I'm not playing around. Like I'm still in it. I still gotta interact with these people.
I'm not. I'm an old person. You know how I know I'm an old person?
How?
I'm so glad you said this. I went to a wedding this weekend.
Yes.
Great. Love a wedding. First of all, if you're anti-wedding, I'm anti-you, listeners. I'm pro-wedding. I was a wedding of.
Are you talking about fall wedding?
I'm talking about any wedding. I mean, obviously, I prefer in the fall, but like, I'm here for a wedding.
Yeah, I love a wedding. So I saw some people complain about a fall wedding, and I was like, You like football. You don't work in football.
That's probably most people's interaction with it. Yes, Felder.
Yes. So go ahead. I want to hear this story.
So like, it's someone I've known for over 25 years.
Oh, wow. A really good friend. And they decided to get married. They got married at the time that was most convenient for them.
Georgia bye week, baby. We were good.
Georgia bye week, that's fine. But like other people went to other schools.
Well, I didn't go to Georgia. I mean, I'm just a fan.
So I'm just
Most
saying.
Georgia fans didn't go to Georgia.
I didn't bring that up. I did not bring that up. I didn't bring that up. I went to UNC. Do you think
I know you
UNC
did.
fans went to UNC? No,
they just love Bill Belichick.
Now I must spit on my computer. Jeez.
Oh, you watch your coach's girlfriend in all your videos.
No, it's not even that for me. It's like I've been in a meeting with Roy Williams. I've been in a meeting with Dean Smith. I've been like, we had joint like I used to eat lunch with Rayshon Terry every single Friday. I'm around that program way more than anyone that buys their shirts from Walmart.
Right on.
And I'm like, yo, okay. So you go to this fall wedding. How was it?
Beautiful wedding. Like 50, 60 people, nothing too crowded. Again, one of my oldest friends.
God damn, that's less than the people that come to my kid's birthday party.
It was great. It was
fantastic.
That's great. It was fantastic. It was right on. It was a Lookout Mountain, so a beautiful backdrop.
Oh, lovely.
Beautiful situation. It's so you know how I always talk about the place I used to go to Camp Laney.
Yeah.
It is the owner's youngest son getting married. And so I've known this kid since he was a child. I'm meeting people in the at the reception who have known me since I was 12. Yeah, it was one of those things where like Susan was with me, obviously, and she left and we were leaving, and she was like, you got to get more involved with the camp. I said, why? She says, because all of you guys, to a man, your faces make the same face when you talk about that place because you all love it.
Yeah.
And what made me super happy about being old this weekend was there came a point in the wedding where everyone's dancing, drinking, having a good time. I looked up at Susan and said, you ready to go? She said, yeah. Being able to leave a wedding when you feel like it is the privilege of being old.
It is.
Because you've been in the age where you're like, I'm going to go until they close this. We're going to nuts. Nope. We're like, let's get out of here. We hugged everybody, got everybody up, and bounced. And that was my first, not my first, but my most recent being old, super dope.
Here's the thing. I don't have that.
Wait, which of that don't you have?
I got the friends part of it.
Okay.
I'm not leaving until they stop serving.
I had to drive down the mountain, dude. I had to stop.
Oh, I'm not. But here's the thing. You know what the best part of being old is for me?
What's that?
Being able to book a driver.
Okay. I'm not going to explain where we were. It was on top of a mountain. Like there's not like
that's fine.
A bunch of metropolitan centers around. I didn't want to be waiting for 45 minutes for someone to drive me down the mountain. So I just made a command decision. So here's going to be some grown-up shit. We're going to leave at a certain time. Bingo, bango, dunzo. But all in all to say, beautiful weekend. Shout out to Bo Hammond and his lovely bride, Lisa Ann. And a fantastic time was had by all. But now I'm back at it. I'm back at work. I'm tired.
I'm going to be in your town.
When?
First week in November.
For what?
I got a birthday party I got to go to. My friend turns 40. But
That's
again, it goes back to like having friends for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm. Real value in that.
There's so much value. I met this guy, Paul. I met him in middle school. He was on my middle school football team. Then we were in chemistry class together. I used to write all of the proofs for chemistry. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We have to like change the covalence and whatever I don't know, man. I just knew I had to do it.
You had to do it. It's a job. Yeah.
I had to write them on Winter Fresh wrappers and then pass them to him.
Felder.
What?
That's amazing. That's some analog ass cheating right there, dog.
Just base level cheating.
These kids got AI. We're like, motherfucker, we writing on gum wrappers. What y'all talking about?
We write on gum wrappers. There would be the gum wrapper plus the gum inside the wrapper. So it'd be like, oh, I was just passing him a piece of gum.
Yeah, of course.
So we did that.
going?
The what?
The flying V?
Oh, dude, we did the flying V. That was a college thing, though.
That was a
Of
college
course,
thing.
if you don't know, listen, you know what? I don't want to
college.
tell people too much about it, but the flying V test form, A, B, C, D, and then we all find a way to get A's. We all get an A test, and the person I was because I was a lead of the flying V.
Oh, you were the tip of the spear.
I was the tip of the spear, and so I was like, "It's this one." Can you can okay, you can see it? Okay, you can okay. And I'm moving it side to side so they can see it.
Angles right.
Like,
okay. Angles right, yeah.
Make sure they can see it. Then the next person behind them to the left can see it, or the next person to the right can see it. Yeah, bro, I cheated I helped people. Here's the thing. I didn't cheat in college.
Oh.
I helped other people cheat in college.
Giver's game. Give of yourself if you can. But now these kids are like
teach.
Most kids now are like the generative AI. Like, I didn't read the book. I read the. I'm like, look, man.
No, man, this ain't no smart life.
Let me get some real elbow grease in your cheating, please.
Yeah, you got to work hard for that. Like the Winter Fresh gum. No, sorry, Mr. McAfee. He just wanted a slice of gum. I'm just going to give him a slice of gum. And the slice of gum had the answer to the test right there. Bang. We good. And my parents, keep in mind, my parents were teachers, so you knew what
they were looking for. You were sleeping with the end. You like, oh, I know what they're on this year. Yeah, I know what they're looking for.
I'm on it. But so, anyways, I'm going to be in Atlanta for Paul's birthday. I helped him cheat through high school, and then we went to UNC together. We used to climb. He lived behind the McDonald's at Carolina. Shout out to anyone that's been on Franklin Street. You know the McDonald's we're talking about. And we used to jump from where he lived all the way onto the light post and then slide down and grab that. Remember when McDonald's had the 2 for $2?
Yeah, baby. When we were a proper country, we were a proper nation.
You could get 2 cheeseburgers for $2.
Set for a night. Let's go.
Let's ride. And then we
barely breaking a 5.
And but Paul also was my wedding officiant.
That's what's up.
And so I'm gonna go see him for his 40th birthday party, which I'm super excited about actually, because he's gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot, and it's gonna be a month. I think November might be the best. Like after having a really hard summer with swim and like the pool and all that, I think November is going to be maybe my favorite month, where I have Paul's birthday, which I'm riding down with friends with, and we're going to hang out and do that. And then I don't have to care about UNC that much anymore. I'll still file my stories, but they're very bad as a football team, which we can talk about later. And my birthday is November as well.
Mm-hmm. And your favorite holiday.
Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
Yep.
So we'll do all this stuff. And at the end of the day, the Friday after Thanksgiving, by the way, shout out to introducing white people to a thing they didn't even know existed. Hot turkey sandwiches.
What do you mean they didn't know it existed?
They didn't know hot turkey sandwiches. And what I'm talking about it's like you take your turkey stock, use a little bit of the grease from the fried turkey, then you add in some turkey stock and mix it together. Then you add in your turkey, you let it simmer for an hour, hour and a half. You put that over lightly toasted bread, hot turkey sandwich. And they were like, oh, we thought hot turkey sandwiches were like, a Thanksgiving sandwich where you just put like the turkey with and I'm like, no, that's gross. This is a real thing. And Paul's like, bro, me and his wife, Lauren, he's like, we've never had anything like it. Every year, let's do it.
I've never fried a turkey, so I've never had this delicacy.
You're not, whoa.
Not a turkey frying family, man.
How do you guys do them? Smoke them?
We do the oven. We do pop it in the oven.
Oven.
Susan cooks a mean fresh, moist, beautiful turkey. We get a honey.
I can do it in the oven too. I can do it in the oven.
I know she does the pats of butter under the skin to get it nice and crispy. Like, she does the whole 9 yards. I walk away from Thanksgiving with no complaints.
I don't have any complaints about my Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving's good.
It's the next day.
The next day. Because here's the thing. When I inject that bird, you see that vein of flavor run through it.
Felder, we're getting you 2 shows in the 2026. We're bringing back Tape Don't Lie, and we're going to find a way to get you a cooking show.
Sure.
We're going to find out. This is my commitment to you. These 2 things are going to occur. You and I are going to do Tape Don't Lie, and I'm going to find a way. I have friends who do cooking content. I'm like, what do we need to get this man set up?
Here's what they need. If for your friends that do cooking content, here's what they need.
No, I need what you need. They know what they need. They do it.
No. I'm saying reach out to Wild Turkey. Find
Dirty
a way.
Bird cooks.
But no. This is a serious thing because my wife asked, where did the wild turkey go? Why do I have to get more? And I was like, I use it in cooking.
Oh,
that's barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Right. So you use it in barbecue sauce. I use it when I inject my turkey. I could do a full Thanksgiving special with wild turkey as a sponsor.
We'll talk off air. We can make some money off
this could happen. We got to talk off air about what I'm doing next. So, yeah.
All right, cool. Before we get into college football, NFL, I've been out on baseball for a while. My baseball connect. This Cal Raleigh character, a catcher hitting 60 bombs for a team that hasn't won their division in 25 years, seems worth mentioning.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
First of all, his name's Cal Raleigh.
Which, come on.
Raleighwood. Know what I'm saying?
I do.
So, can't be upset about that.
Can't be upset.
And plays for them, what is it, Mariners? Is that right?
The M's.
Dude. It's, I mean,
Did you know that a platinum glove existed?
No.
So, the things I learned today, like researching about Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh apparently went to the front office 2 years ago and was like, hey, if y'all give me some help, we can win this division. They didn't listen to him. And here 2 years later, he had 60 home runs. 2, remember last time they had 60 home runs in the AL and we got like cut-ins on Aaron Judge? It's amazing what happens when the guy's not a Yankee.
Right. But he has 125 RBIs.
Oh, but number 3, here's what I learned today. So each position gets a gold glove for their league. He's won, I think, 3 gold gloves in a row as a catcher, which is very impressive.
Yes.
He won the platinum glove last year, which is the best defensive player overall in the entire league.
Do they do that based on a score?
Brother, hey, look, you have pushed me beyond my
okay, knowledge. I don't know the answer either.
Okay, I learned these things today. I have not done zero research.
I'm looking it up right now.
Because I never heard the words platinum and glove put together until this guy. And apparently, he's just that dude who, for those who don't know, catching is extremely strenuous on your body. You're bent at the knees all the time. And to be an everyday catcher is asking a lot. Most good catchers aren't great hitters. And if they are, they're not great defensive players.
I got it.
Both this way is tremendous. How do they decide on the platinum glove?
So it's an annual MLB award.
Okay.
Introduced in 2011. So it is new.
Newish. Okay. I got you.
By Rawlings that recognizes the single best defensive player. So batting has nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
In each league, American and national.
And he walked away with it. That's pretty cool. Hey, man, do the leagues matter less to you now that we have all season interleague? Because I found it matters less to me.
It matters less to me once the Astros move from the National League to the
Fair enough.
I don't know if people can see this behind me, but hang on, let me move it.
Move it.
Look how many Astros hats I have.
Stros
for life, baby. And I also don't care anymore because they won 1 World Series, and that's 1 more than I thought they'd ever win.
Fair.
Well, if the Falcons won a Super Bowl, you'd be like,
I'm never coming back. I've been out. Y'all can't get me back. I'm sorry.
If they won a Super Bowl, you would be like,
I walked away the day they ran Matt Ryan off chasing Deshaun Watson. I was like, y'all chasing the rapist? No, thank you. And the other thing was Georgia had won back-to-back national titles at that point. And I was like, Georgia makes me happy on Saturdays. I'm not going to let y'all fuck up my Sundays. Absolutely not. I don't need the Falcons. I watch the Falcons now as a cautionary tale because they're a local team. They'll be on the TV, but I'm doing other stuff on Sundays. I refuse to put my life in the hands of the Falcons. I do want to talk about college basketball for a second, if only because Bruce Pearl's doing what you know Bill's doing, which is crazy. So for those who don't know, Bruce Pearl, and I want to say this out loud, giant piece of shit. He quit his job this week. He retires the Auburn head coach. And if you think, oh, thank God, no more Bruce Pearl in my life, he's probably going into politics. And you can probably guess his politics.
Him and Tommy Tuberville going to hang out?
No, look, if you can make all your money and your livelihood on the back of black people and then shit on those people for politics, apparently you coach at Auburn. But you hear what he's doing. So he retires. He retires the week before training camp starts, which means Auburn has no opportunity for a coaching search, which means the new head coach at Auburn is Steve Pearl.
His son.
You're saying, Deep Home, Steve Pearl. That sounds like his name even sounds familiar because he's Bruce's son. Do you know what Steve was doing in 2017?
What?
Medical device sales.
Jesus Christ.
You know who else he's coached under? No one.
Oh, God. I was going to say Rick Pitino.
No one. And you know what his first name is? Steve. Just like you're Steve. Because Bill's pulling a Bruce. I don't know if he's going to go into politics, but I do know took this job to give his son a job.
I don't think Bill, just to be fair, I don't think Bill has the energy to go into politics.
His girl may drag him.
No, I don't think Bill got the energy for that, but Bruce Pearl, yeah. Oh, man.
Real. And for those who don't remember, Bruce Pearl had a kid decommit from, I think it was Illinois at the time.
Yeah.
And then he went and took all the text messages and snitched on the NCAA. So for those who think like, oh, Deepalm, you're just saying that because he coached at Tennessee and Auburn. No. I don't care about college basketball. Bruce Pearl's a piece of shit because he's a piece of shit.
Well, that sucks. It sucks. Like, the reality for me is like, how hard is, like, can't, like, I don't, man. And I guess like I'm twisted now. I got a 7-year-old, obviously. Mm-hmm. Would I like to be able to gift my 7-year-old a job? Sure. But at the end of the day, I'd prefer to see her earn it.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I know that my dad and my grandpa would not, and who I already talked about earlier on the show, they wouldn't want me to get, like, my dad wouldn't let my grandpa just give me a car. He was like, no, you need to make him pay for it. And you need to make him earn it. Like, he needs to work for this car. And to just, between.
But I think this is so much different than a car. Like, a car.
No.
I'm just saying, and now analogously, like, I understand giving your kid a leg up. I will give Matthew any leg up he wants.
I think Lane Kiffin worked harder than these guys.
That's what I was going to next.
Lane Kiffin has worked. Listen, I know people don't like him all the time. Lane Kiffin has worked his fucking behind off. He's worked hard.
Yep.
And he's shown results.
And that's why, like, we get the blanket, like, Nepo baby. Like, I don't think that's all. Like, Kyle Shanahan literally worked for his father and has gotten results on his own because he worked his ass off. Like, there are a lot of those guys in the NFL and in college football who, buddy, and Little Beamer. He'll always be Little Beamer to me. I'm sorry.
Shane.
Yeah. Like, he worked his ass off. He left. He could have stayed at Virginia Tech. He left Virginia Tech because I don't want to just be my dad's son. I don't want to be Frank's kid. I want
his dad, by the way, very funny.
Oh, I heard enough about Frank Beamer to know he'd be a great person to have a drink with.
Dude, I did a show with him. We did an hour together on Twitch.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was on Twitch and it was live, and it was live on like television. And it was like, I was like, oh, this guy's with it and he gets it and he's very funny. So yeah.
Well, I was on your show last week. We talked about fired coaches and kind of that ecosystem. We got one more firing this week, brother.
Yeah.
Mike Gundy. He's a man. He's unemployed.
Do you want to know what happened when I saw that?
What?
My wife was down having a glass of wine with our neighbor. And I'm not going to say I was pumped, but I wasn't upset. And she heard me go, woo! And she's like, what are you doing? And I walked down to them and I was like, Mike Gundy got fired. And she was like, who is that? And I was like, he coached at Oklahoma State. Not the best guy in the world.
His first year at Oklahoma State was Ty Willingham's first year at Notre Dame.
Yeah, long ass time.
He's been there since before YouTube existed.
Her friend, which by the way, we got a whole other box of issues with her friend, who thinks that my job is a joke. I'm like, you're an artist. You're an artist. You paint wedding portraits at people's weddings.
Okay.
That's it. I don't think it's a bad job. It's a good job. You run a school where you teach people how to paint. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
You make fun of my job just because you don't know shit about sports. It's she's like a sports ball person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with the sports ball. You guys care so much about the sports ball.
There's a way to have your own interests without being insulting. There's a way to do that, guys.
And well, guess what? She doesn't have that. But I'm pumped because I'm like, get him out of there. And then on my walk, after I tell my wife, who does not care, I walk back up to the house. I'm like, who are they going to hire?
T Boone's not there anymore. Like,
no T Boone. Are they going to hire Les Miles again?
They can't. Les Miles is kind of persona non grata in college football right now, right?
Right. But like, who can they hire? They're not going to get Fran. Fran ain't going there.
To fire someone on a Tuesday of a game week.
Yeah, not even a bye week.
Not even that's what got me. I was like, oh, they really wanted his ass gone. Because I want to make something very clear.
They're tired of him.
The writing was on the wall. He took that pay cut to keep coaching this year, let him reshuffle his staff. And I want to remind everyone, this happened with a coach you recognize right now who you all call a great coach. Jim Harbaugh. Go see how many times they tried to take that job from his ass in Michigan.
All the time.
And everyone's like, he's a great coach. I'm like, then why do you keep trying to almost getting fired if he's that great of a coach?
Dude, they tried to get rid of him.
Constantly.
Mike Gundy is like truly.
So what do you think? So I'm going to use this to talk about something else in a second. What do you think did in Gundy? Because everything I've kind of talked to people like his unwillingness to adapt to the NIL landscape. Do you think that was the final nail, or was it just kind of because once he didn't adapt, it was a slow trickle of like these seasons are getting worse and worse, and then they finally pulled the cord. Do you think that's what it was, or something else?
I think it. I mean, are you serious? You want a real answer?
Yeah,
I think it's a combination of OAN,
okay,
and the transfer portal, where kids don't want to play for him. Maybe even we can throw in haircut.
So I using those paradigms that you just set forth, I take my eyes northward to Clemson, South Carolina.
That's
because
yes, I know.
I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
We've seen the same reluctance with the transfer portal.
Yep.
We've seen the same diminishing returns.
But not the same success ever.
Never. Good point. The high's never been higher. You're right. That's a great point.
Okay.
But this is also an impatient college football landscape. And when
now,
you fall behind, it's becoming very clear that what we thought was going to happen, like what I thought was going to happen was that you'd have these smaller, like mid-level, upper mid-level teams, have good players. Those players get poached. The richer get richer. I'm watching Indiana where Kirk Cignetti's like, what if I just whip all y'all's asses? And like,
he's a good football coach.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying.
No. What I'm saying is he's a good football coach.
Right.
So he gets these pieces and puts them like, who's the best cook in your family? Not just you and Susan. Like you, like your whole like.
My mother may hear this, so my mother.
Your mother, okay? If you gave your mother a basket, like chop style, gave your mother a basket, she's gonna, and you gave everybody else the same basket. Who's gonna make the best dish?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And Kurt can make the best dish. There are a lot of coaches that are really good at using an Amex to, you know what I'm saying, though? To like go out and buy the best ingredients. So, of course, their dish might be better. Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, like all that. I'll be honest. I think Florida is flimsy with the Amex.
They buy everything.
They're like, I don't know. We don't even know what goes together.
Right. We got to eat.
I mean, we got shrimp and pork don't even go together.
We got to eat.
What are we doing? But I think that Kurt Signetti is so good with that Amex. He's like, yo, don't worry about me. And
but
when
so that's
you beat
that's why
when you beat the hang on, when you beat the number 9 team by 53 points,
ass whooping.
Got your behind whoop. So to go backwards to go forwards, I mean, Oklahoma State, what are they going to do? They're on the outside looking in already at Oklahoma and Texas A&M. That's like when you go to the zoo and you see the penguins playing around and you just got to stand on the outside and you're like, I want to be in there. And you're like, well, you're not.
Well, so that's why it makes it a very interesting comp with Clemson for me, is because they're both, and like this is why like the Shane Beamer thing and the reluctance to change thing at Clemson, like for me, the highs have been higher, but the potential for lows are there because you are risking becoming the second school in a talent poor state.
Well, let me ask you this.
Okay.
When you and I were in college, Clemson was a non-threat.
Clemsoning.
Yes. Non-threat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go closer to being a non-threat or try to cling on to what we've had and hope that we can get back to there? Because if we let go, we're falling down the mountain and we got to climb back up it.
But if you hold on, that mountain's growing while you're staying in place.
So
it's not a static mountain.
Choice.
It's not a static mountain.
Right. So you have to make a choice.
Right.
So what do you want to do? Because
are your fundamentals of your climb team strong enough to say we can actually climb this mountain? Or do you need to be honest and say, hey, look, we've put ourselves behind an 8 ball. They've got something really big going down at Charleston. Like, I don't know how we compete in this current paradigm.
Columbia, but yes.
Columbia, I apologize. I don't know how we compete in this current paradigm with the limitations that are self-imposed.
So who do you hire?
That's not my job. I don't get paid enough.
Okay. I'm saying, who do you hire?
I'm saying that what you're putting on tape right now is more injurious than a 1-year fix. There is not a quick turn at Clemson coming if you stick with the man that's there right now. He's told you that. He's told you. He threatened the media last week. And then he comes out to this boss and is like, well, I don't know what to do. He's like, hey, you want to lose? Then fire me. And then his tone changes immediately when they lose again.
I agree.
Fran Brown's that dude. Syracuse is that dude. I'm just saying.
I love Fran.
Oh, we can talk about Fran all day, but I'm just saying right now, what I'm looking at Clemson, looking at Dabo, what's the path forward? Because it feels like being stubborn is what got you here, and being stubborn is the only way to even, like you said, hold on to what you got.
So, do you want to go back to Tommy Bowden?
It feels like we're going there no matter what. Do we want to take the long way or the short way?
I'll take the long way. Would you take the short way? Because
if a limb is gangrene, you don't wait for it to eat the body. You cut that motherfucker off.
Yeah, but if it still can get you up the hill, you run with it.
And that's a choice they apparently have made. I personally would stop putting that motherfucker in front of microphones.
Yeah, that's a different conversation.
That's fair. Okay.
That's a different conversation to me.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, like, realistically, right? So we've talked about Lane Kiffin to Florida, right?
Yes.
Who are you going to hire? Who will you hire? Kurt Signetti from Indiana?
You think Signetti's long for Indiana? I don't.
I love Sig, dude.
I don't want to go to Florida. I don't want to go to Florida. That's like the Dan Lanning, the Alabama nightmare. My new one is Kurt Signetti to Florida. And there might be your answer, though.
But I play like
that Bama job for Dabo. That's that clause that's been in his contract.
But that clause, like the Alabama, not going to deal with that. I was talking to a friend, and I was like, "It's too much Jesus."
Ooh, that's a good point.
Like once you get in there, and they're like, "Hey, man, you know what they should be doing on Sunday? Practicing."
Why ain't y'all watching film?
Y'all not going to film on Sunday?
Y'all 1-3. Get your ass in this film room.
The Jesus can wait.
Today, your Lord is the red laser pointer, the eye in the sky that does not lie.
Like, come on, man. You need to have come to Jesus meetings,
right?
But you don't have to go to Jesus
on your own time. We're here to work.
What are we doing?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, like, I think that for me, I don't know. I've got a list of coaches where I'm like, I don't know how I feel about any of these people because what are y'all doing? And it's like I don't know what Lincoln Riley's doing.
He's getting checks. What do you mean?
Like, but they've been the last two games, Purdue and Michigan State, two teams that are, quite frankly, ass. Mm-hmm. But both of them have been. I had to tuck my wife in, like blanket wise, like she couldn't because the game started at 11 o'clock. But they were one score away from making it a one-score game.
Yeah,
I stayed up until 3:20.
No,
I did.
I'm so glad I was at that wedding. I was asleep by like 11:15. It was great.
No, I'm awake. I'm up there. I'm doing this. I'm like getting my wife blanket. Take your glasses off, sweetheart.
You're a good husband, which you are. Damn it.
I'm not a good husband. I don't even know if I'm a good dad. I just try to check all the boxes.
It's more than some.
I check all the boxes and then I go from there. But what I'm saying is they were close to making a one-score game.
Right.
And it's like, what are you like? Are they good? Is USC good?
It's that, I've told you about this for years. The Big Ten Ponzi scheme where no one's good, like where Illinois is a top 10 team. My dick.
Bro, I'm going to stand up for a second.
Stand up, brother. Get it out.
If you lose by 53 points, you're not good.
I don't give a fuck. The advanced statistics, they ain't played no fucking body. They played somebody and they got slapped.
You can advance these nuts. If you lose by 53 points, you're not good. Hang on, because here's the reality. Illinois fan, I'm going to speak it straight into the microphone. Illinois fan. If you think that Miles Scott is worth 53 points, you're an idiot. Because some safety hybrid is not going to get 50. What do you think he's going to stop every single play they have? 53 points you lost by. 53 points? I played at UNC. We were terrible. We never lost by 53 when I was there.
I've never lost a football game 53 points, and I played for a team that had the longest losing streak in the history of Division I football.
This is ridiculous. 53? 53?
You know my favorite part of Felder Fridays?
No, I don't know, but do you see it's like 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. They didn't even get off schedule. 7, 7, 7, 7. Are you kidding me?
My favorite part of Felder Fridays is stumbling across a thing that's going to set you off. I never know what it is. I never know when we're going to find it. But all of a sudden, I said Illinois, and you lit up like a Christmas tree.
Bro, come on. Hang on. I got the calculator.
I know.
What's it's 7 times? What
7
is it? 7 times 7?
Is 49.
That's 49. They got to 49. Then they add a 7. That's 56.
I'm crying.
Then they add another 7, 63.
Yeah.
So we get to 63.
Yeah.
This isn't even like, I guess we have to kick a field goal right now. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Are you kidding me? That's like button mashing on Street Fighter.
I'm excited to teach my son how to do math through Kirk Signetti kicking the shit out of Illinois.
Beat the wheels off them. Now what? Brett Bielema is like, we can't do nothing with him. He's not even mad.
Well, now he's hosting Lincoln Riley at noon on Saturday. What's going to happen?
I think Illinois wins.
SC's favored by 6.5.
6. Yeah. Okay. So their offense is so good that they're only favored by 6.5.
Exactly. You got some time to go over some other games this weekend?
Yeah, I got time, man.
Let's do it.
Notre Dame and Arkansas. But we're good.
Notre Dame and Arkansas.
What do you think about this game?
I think I have less faith in Notre Dame's defense than I thought was possible, considering especially they're missing that top cornerback.
How much faith do you have in Arkansas not fumbling in the red zone at the end of the game?
A big problem. I think they could make some. I don't know. They can score points though, and that's the thing that's been the kryptonite
I like Taylor Green
for Notre Dame is that Notre Dame can't stop me and you running the option right now.
Was it Talon, Braylon, Jaden?
Yeah, one of them ends. Yeah.
It's Talon, I think. But here's the thing: you have to protect the football, and you know this. Like, think about this. And you know what? Let me ask you this: you're an offensive lineman, right? What does it feel like to do your job perfect? And then, and they're behind you, so you can't see them.
Can't see them.
And then to watch a bad exchange, or they maybe do get in front of you, but you're trying to push the guy out the way. You're still trying to push the guy out of the way.
Doing my job, yeah.
You're doing your job, and you see the ball get punched out because he only has one arm on it. What does that feel like as an offensive lineman?
It's less surprising than you think because you know which backs don't protect the ball. Him fumbling in a game means he's fumbling in practice.
Okay. I've never thought about it that way.
Maybe it's shock, but generally it's like this motherfucker again. Like generally, if I know you fumble and you fumble in front of me, I'm like, come on, man. Fucking ball, man. And now I'm diving down here trying not to lose my arms and legs and eyeballs because you can't hold on to the football.
By the way, next question.
Okay.
How do you recover a fumble?
You dive on the motherfucker.
You dive on it.
Yeah.
You don't slide into it.
Because when I played D-line, I was always like if I get my hands on, I'm going the distance, baby. I'm going.
Yeah, I know that.
As an offensive lineman, I'm like, just stop this thing from moving and get my body on top of it so no one else can get it.
That's a slide. That you're talking about a slide.
I'm probably talking about a slide. I'm talking about like diving on the ball, but I'm like, yes, you're more appropriately a slide. Yes.
A slide. You want to get your body fully corralled around the ball and your arm over the top and another arm over the top, right?
Yeah. 8 points of pressure, both arms. Yeah.
Both, because defensive linemen are like, yes, mine.
No, it's hungry. It's eating time. I have a teammate, Todd Abrams. Shout out Todd. He was my roommate in college, junior year. He played defensive tackle. He played quarterback in high school. Played defensive tackle when we got to the.
He's like, I can pick this up and run.
Dog. He scored. He did it 3 times our senior year. The last one was against Brown, last game senior year. We won the game. Shout out to beating Brown in my last football game ever. But if you watch the all 11 copy, he points. He's carrying the ball down the field and he points at the camera.
Yes, I love that.
I was like, "Hey, that's cold."
House. We're going to the house. To stay on the anecdote trip.
Yeah,
we had a scrimmage going on. It was our last how you do the nighttime scrimmage.
Yeah.
So we did our nighttime scrimmage, the end of it. And one of my buddies, he strokes this guy and ball comes out. And I was like, we just got to recover the fumble.
Yeah.
Let's get the fumble so we can get the ball. It's blue team, white team.
Yeah.
For UNC. I was like, I just want to recover the fumble. I get ready to slide in to grab it and put it in kind of like the baby, that baby, in that. This guy, G. White, I'll say his name, I don't care. G. White dives over me knees me in the back of the head, I'm knocked out. I'm done.
He's on your team? Is he a defender or offense?
He was on my team.
That's that glory hound. Is he DB, I bet?
No, as a linebacker, don't put us on that. Don't put us on that. It was a linebacker.
Right.
G. White dove over me, but kneed me in the back of the head. And I don't know if it was his knee or my face hitting the ground, but I was toast.
Closed for business.
I walked to the wrong sideline.
Yeah.
And it's like, and my wife is like, how come you can't remember that we have? And I'm like, do you want to know why? You want to know why I can't remember some things?
Shit like that.
I have to be very focused on what we're doing and what's happening, because you've never been kneed in the back of the head.
You've never been knocked unconscious, like you've never been unconscious against your will.
Yeah,
no one's ever made you unconscious.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun.
It's not cool. It's not fun. It's like, this hurts. I don't know what to do. And then you get up and you're like, no, I'm cool. And I throw up a little bit and you're like,
I'm straight. I'm good. Straight.
No, it's good. I am good. I'm fine. I'm fine.
3:30 window. LSU's going to Ole Miss. I got a question for you.
Well, did you see hang on. Okay, good. Give me the question.
Can coaches give betting advice? Legally.
No.
Did you see what Lane Kiffin did?
What did he do?
So Lane Kiffin's coach of Ole Miss. Y'all know that. Lane Kiffin got daughters. Daughters go to college. One of his daughters is dating.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
One of them Weeks boys down at LSU.
Bro.
The Weeks boy decides to hard launch their relationship. That's right. A youthful phrase out of your boy. Hard launch the relationship.
That is youthful.
I know it was. I'm very proud of it.
He's dating Whit Weeks.
She's dating Whit Weeks. And his only reply was, take the over. Now, I know he's probably kidding, but that's gambling advice, right?
I mean, in theory, yeah.
Okay.
So I've got a bunch of things to go with this.
Go, take it. Take away.
One, I'm not that I love I think that LSU has the best linebacking core in college football. They are apex predators.
Mm-hmm.
With the 2 Weeks kids plus the 3 Weeks brothers plus Harold Perkins Jr., they're a problem.
Harold Perkins is a problem, but yes, the Weeks boys are also. That's one I'm going to be very interested to see what their grades are coming out, because I think they're all benefiting from Harold Perkins being on the field.
Guess what? That's called one hand washing the other.
I know it's football. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is, listen, if you see a white boy wearing 40 and his jersey is fully tucked up like this,
yeah,
like you got a roll. You got a problem.
Yep,
you got a problem. So I think there's that. To the dating, I don't know, man. Like I've seen it floated around constantly. I think the bigger thing with Lane Kiffin and with Ole Miss is that, like, I think they're going to come out with some fire because they're pissed. Because this isn't a night game.
Right.
Lane Kiffin said it in the presser. He was like, yeah, of course, we know we're going to play at 2:30. And then next year when we go to them, it'll be at night, of course. And then he takes a beat and goes, and by the way, Georgia's on the schedule too, so go ahead and mark that down as a night game. And everyone in the press conference laughs because they're like, oh, we never even thought about it that way. And then Lane Kiffin goes, you have to think about it that way because you know they're not going to do you any favors. So don't start expecting things to change when you know they're always going to be the same. And I love that from him.
Yeah.
Because they don't get those night games.
It's because he's at Ole Miss.
Right. They might give Mizzou at night.
Maybe. But that's
South Carolina at night.
That's where the tiers of like where you are and what you stand. Like that's why I'm like Florida for Kiffin. Go ahead and pack his fucking bags. Because guess what? At Florida, night games. You get night games.
Nighttime in the swamp.
Nighttime in the swamp, prime time. You're the only show in town. Yeah. That's what's going to happen when he goes to Florida.
What do you? I saw you roll your eyes a little bit when I talked about the Weeks kids. I did see you do that.
It's
What?
I think it's a great story. But you know me, I'm not a college football guy who loves college football stories. Like three brothers, linebackers, I think that's a great story.
I don't care about the story.
But people do. Like people tell me about these Weeks kids. I'm like, they're all right, man. I watch them play. Like they're good little players, but I watch the results and I watch the scores they give up. I watch them getting 5 picks against Florida and still allowing 10 points, it being a 10-point game. Like for me, the LSU whole isn't dominant enough for me to start breaking down pieces to see why they're successful.
I think Harold Perkins is awesome.
Harold Perkins is my guy.
He is appointment viewing for me.
Yes.
I think that Wes and Witt are very good.
Those are the oldest two, right?
The oldest two. Zach is the youngest one.
Zach's the child. Okay, Zach's the one. Okay.
Zach is the child, yes.
That came out wrong. But like Wes and Witt are players. Like they're on the field. Like I think wasn't Witt like a second team or first team All-American this year? Like I've seen them do it over the course of years. Zach's the one I don't have any tape on, so I don't know anything about.
I didn't realize they were from Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they are. We can go, like, I'll put it in your parlance, right? They remind me a lot of guys like Jake Fromm.
Mm-hmm.
Guys like even right now, Gunnar Stockton.
They speak Southern. They speak Georgian.
They speak Southern.
Fluent and Southern.
And when you show up to a guy with Harold Perkins, I think Harold Perkins is the star of the show.
Yes.
But when you show up to a guy that was displaced by Katrina, which, by the way, Northwestern, you can fuck off all the way to hell forever.
Back again.
I will never let that go. Ever.
You shouldn't.
Like, I can't believe. And my wife goes, why are you so upset with him? And I was like, do you know about Katrina? She was like, what?
Such an asshole. Such an asshole. You ever heard of Katrina? Or Katrina ever heard of it?
Yeah, I was like, so this is the 20-year anniversary of Katrina, and Northwestern refused to let Tulane wear the jerseys and the uniforms that they wore once they were able to get back on the field. It was all white. And then you hear Northwestern say they didn't have enough turnaround time. You've been in an equipment room, right?
Yes.
You've been in an equipment room. How many jerseys do they got in there?
All of them.
All of them. I've been in an equipment room. They got all of them. Where's some from last year? I don't care. We're trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Memorialize, really? Like the Katrina, right? Put a fucking purple or a black or a gray jersey on. I know you got them. And you won't do
one more game before I let you get out of here.
Hang on,
we're not talking about Oregon.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna be done in a second. This is something near and dear to me. I fucking hate Northwestern. I hope they lose every single game for the rest of the eternity. This is ridiculous. I hate it. But to go back to the week, Perkins is a guy that was displaced by Katrina, had to grow up in Texas, but he came back home and he's going to make it work. And then you throw in the Weeks brothers. I think that they are the most apex predator. They are pack hunters. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You played against linebackers like that, right? That are like, they prowl.
All there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't worry about, I'm gonna be the guy that pushes him to you. They prowl. They are prowlers. And I think that's a super important part of what makes them work as a defense. And so, yes, what else? You want to talk about Oregon?
I'm not going to talk about Oregon. No, I'm not talking about Oregon Penn State. I'm not, because we both got stuff to do. We are going to talk about Georgia Bama.
Yes.
Oregon Penn State, I'll believe in Penn State when they do something to believe in.
Thank you.
Georgia Bama, the reason probably, Lane, that you're not playing at night is because the night belongs to the Dogs. They're hosting Alabama. Historically, not a great situation for your boy. I believe Kirby Smart in his tenure at Georgia has won one game against Bama, but it was a national title game, so it's pretty good. Felder, we've seen the turmoil in Tuscaloosa.
Yes.
alliteration for y'all. I do a thing. How should I, Georgia fan, feel about night game, turbulent team coming in to face the Dogs, who, let's keep it a buck, have looked more impressive than I thought they would at this point in the year, especially the Tennessee game was a huge, they kicked that field goal. We lose in regulation. They found a level of resiliency that I was very proud to see out of this team. Big home game at night in Athens, supposed to be 75 degrees, beautiful night in Athens. Talk me off the ledge of here we go again.
Man. I think this is one of those times where you got to know your vehicle. You got to know your vehicle. Now, if you know your vehicle, you don't have to stop at that gas station.
Mm-hmm.
You'll do it tomorrow. You do it tomorrow.
Right.
I can get gas tomorrow. We don't have to worry about this. But if you don't know your vehicle, boy, somebody could be walking with a gas can from the parking lot of the townhouses that are so close that you could even see your house.
Right.
And by that, I mean, don't let Alabama run you out.
So last year, Bama came out largely, as someone you thought, I've talked about, run by Jalen Milrose, kind of that connective tissue to the old staff. They came out, they put up a bunch of points on Georgia. Georgia fought back. Ryan Williams embarrassed a bunch of people, and the game ended.
Yeah.
I don't see the problems that were there last year for Georgia. And again, this is me trying to be optimistic. I don't see that same script working again in Athens this year, if only because this is a more battle-tested roster that seems to have coalesced around this quarterback in a different way.
I agree with that, and I do think that they like Gunner, which is important.
Huge.
And that's a huge thing because they're going to fight a little bit harder. They're going to go a little bit longer. They're going to last. That's important. I think Alabama also got embarrassed in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, this isn't who we are. We're not going to get embarrassed anymore. So what we're looking at is really a knockdown dragout. Does that make sense? A knockdown dragout, let's go.
And really, since the FSU loss, this is going to be Bama's first test. And they both coming off a bye week, so no rest things there. I think they're getting back their number 1 running back this week. They beat the dog shit out of Wisconsin, which have they fired him yet?
They have not fired Fickle yet.
Okay,
but look again. We talked about it with Virginia Tech. I mentioned Wisconsin. I mentioned Iowa. Iowa will never fire Kirk Ferentz.
No,
he's been there forever. But Luke Fickle could be fired.
Luke Fickle was brought in. Was he on Cincinnati before?
Cincinnati, yes.
So for those who don't remember, Wisconsin traditionally has been we're going to pound the rock at you kind of team.
Yes.
He came into Wisconsin, upended not just the existing infrastructure, upended recruiting, upended so many things to try to redefine Wisconsin as a spread offense. But guess what? That didn't work. And now those recruiting bases that you were pulling those bruisers out of have gone to your Iowas, have gone to Indiana.
Yep.
That's the thing for me. It's that's why I'm worried about the Clemson thing where I say, hey, maybe you take it down fast because you're losing more than football games in cachet. You're losing an opportunity to build something that lasts for the future.
You have to know, you got to be, to put it in real terms, maybe there's a kid that's 6'3",
mm-hmm.
280 pounds. Doesn't look like the way you want him to look, but he wants to go there. And he wants to be a part of this team. Hey, man, come with me. And instead of that kid going to, I didn't care if it's Ferris State or – because Ole Miss is playing with Ferris State's quarterback right now.
Yep.
We will, in 2 years, we'll get you to 315, and you'll be a starting guard in the Big Ten. And they just don't – that's what's hard for them. That's what's hard for Virginia Tech. That's what's hard for Wisconsin. It's what's hard for Iowa. It's hard to figure all that stuff out. And so we'll see what happens from there. But, yeah, I just don't. Anyways, to go back to your point, Georgia, Alabama, I don't know.
I hate not knowing. It's the worst feeling.
It feels crazy because if Alabama's defensive line gets activated, they're a real problem.
A real problem, particularly for an offensive line that's been, let's just say, injury plagued this year. How about that?
Yeah. If they get activated, that's a problem. If Ryan Williams decides, hey, man, you can't stop me.
Happened last year. Shit, that
I'm not trying to pull you down. I'm not trying to pull you down.
No, I live down. I'm a Georgia fan. What are you talking about?
I mean, you think you live down. Welcome to my life.
I have avoided. I made one Belichick joke earlier, and I want that on record. I have largely avoided talking about your moribund team this entire hour.
I'm not even talking about football. I'm just saying in general, I live down.
Felder, please. First of all, please tell everyone where they can find all your stuff, man.
It's felder.substack.com, and then obviously Felder Fridays here. Felder Fridays on College Sports Now, which I have to work on today. But yeah, man, like you kidding me? I'm about to make some pasta. I got to peel shrimp, make pasta for my wife, and we're doing dipping bread tonight. You like dipping bread? Like the bread with the seasoning and the olive oil?
Nah, we do like pita and hummus and shit, but like I don't.
Man, fuck hummus forever.
Well, hold on. Why are we angry at hummus? No, I've got other stuff I'm not going to go into your hummus takes. I don't need that. Make sure y'all subscribe to Felder's Substack so y'all can listen to me last week bitch about power and how you running back shouldn't bounce.
You like hummus?
I love hummus.
Fuck hummus, dude.
What the fuck is this? What a weird way to end the show. I'm just like, make sure you subscribe to everything Felder does. I'll pop up there occasionally. Last week we talked about fired coaches, and we talked about why you shouldn't bounce power ever, you idiot running backs. And
yeah,
it's all a good time. And apparently Felder hates hummus, which is going to be another topic that we're going to argue about forever. But until that time, that was your show. This is DPalm. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere at DPalm66. Follow the show on YouTube at UDPod66. Tell all your friends we're not your average sports show. We're a hell of a lot better. DanielPalmerMortgages.com. We're helping to find you the home that fits you in your lifestyle, life, love, and real estate. My other podcast. That was your show. There is no outro. We'll see you guys after the games early next week.
Fuck hummus.
Keeping that in now.